Oh, carbs are delicious, but I must learn how to balance. I had a very delicious and carb-filled week, but now it's time to tell you about what I ate on Saturday. Okay, so I take 2 nitric oxide pills, 2 magnesium orotate pills, and 1 D3 plus K2 pills. And no, it's not vegan, but I wasn't going to buy new vitamin D pills just for this month. I very badly wanted some chocolate ice cream, so I blended a frozen banana with chocolate and a few other things, and it turns out pretty great. And this delicious block of carbs is my Italian herbs and garlic bread. No need, make it myself. Toss in the air fryer at 400 for 15 minutes. It's great. And this is my avocado dip with plenty of nutritional yeast on top. And I usually have some bean dip as well to put on top, but not this time. It's all inside my soup. I forgot that half of my pressure cooked pinto beans were supposed to be going into a mix for refried beans, but you know what? It works out. It's a super beany soup, almost more beans than liquid, but I love it. And as you see there, those green beans, those are edamame. There's potatoes. There's tomatoes in there. This is also based on vegetable broth. So as you can see, this is my complete breakfast, full of macros on screen here. With the pinto bean soup, I forgot to weigh the soup after cooking it, so I don't know what the cooked weight, but since I was able to evenly divide it into 7 bowls, I'm just going by even portioning with reporting here. But normally I do weigh foods after I cook them so that I can set a cooked weight and just weigh them and be very accurate. And as you can see, this is very huge for breakfast. I tried to do OMAD, but it didn't work out, but I didn't go too far off yesterday. Okay, so yesterday after eating, I measured my glucose at the 30-minute mark, the 1-hour mark, and the 2-hour mark. And what was special about it was that I didn't do any exercise. I pretty much just sat down and watched TV. The whole time I didn't drink any water. I wanted to see what the worst case scenario would be in that sort of situation. And so that's what we got. I also recorded a baseline, so here's my baseline right here for comparison. And it annoyed the heck out of me because my fasting glucose when I woke up was at 100, and somehow between that and preparing this meal I jumped up to 120, and that was not expected, but that's my baseline for this experiment here.
Later. One hour later. Two hours later.
Well, went back up. Okay. So yeah, it ended up going up over 2 hours, and I was not expecting that. I mean, it went up by a small amount. I was expecting it to go down just a little bit more, combined because with all the fiber and some of the fat in there, there are scientific reports that show. Well, so over 2 hours, my sugar ended up going up just a bit more. Not great for a pre-diabetic like myself, but it's nowhere near as high as the jump as it could have been otherwise. And there's also a few other things to take note of here. I didn't drink any water, and normally that would help out with helping to dilute some of this. And I just did an experiment here today with this, in that I've been having a bit of acid reflux lately, and I attributed that to possibly coming from me drinking too much water with my meals and thus diluting, my gastric acids. And that makes a bit of sense because I drink about 1 or 2 liters of water with most of my meals. And so, yeah, that would really help to stretch it out a bit further. But, I mean, I don't know whether this is true or not, but, I would guess that my body should be able to compensate for the amount of water that I drink. I'm not sure. It has to do something when you drink water, right? Or any other liquid. So, yeah, that shouldn't be enough on its own. And I have about half a dozen other things that I can try out here, believe me. I'm just starting off in the simplest thing and working my way out. So, yeah, water with the meal, not causing an issue. It did take longer for it to take effect. Between the second and third test, that was when it popped in. It actually popped in like 10 minutes before I did this last one here. So, okay. My body's taking a little bit longer to digest. You know what? There is plenty of liquid in the soup that I ate as well. So maybe I didn't do it right. Maybe I should have tested this out without such a watery meal, without the soup. So I can try that again tomorrow or later today if I eat more today. Not sure. I am not hungry whatsoever. 2 hours later, I am not feeling a need to eat anything. I am thirsty though. You see me, I'm drying out here, so I am going to drink, and I'm going to drink quite a bit. Not alcohol, but I'm going to drink. See you later. Yep, I drank. Then I ate again. How my OMAD felt, y'all. Not a bad dinner, but I skipped the baseline. Let's go back to it. As y'all can hear, the popcorn's popping. I forgot about doing tests today. But let's see what's going on. I even tasted some of the seasoning, so let's see if I can beat that before glucose takes effect. Okay. So maybe that's the other way, maybe it's not, but hey, tasted a little seasoning. I ran right over here, fast as I could go. So my baseline for this is going to be 104. Okay, so this is the popcorn that I just finished popping. On top of here is my popcorn seasoning. It's in almost equal amounts. I'm going to adjust it to use less lemon in the future, but for now it has some of that true citrus lemon that I like to use in my pop in here. Some ground up fennel seed, pepper, and salt, specifically flavor called popcorn salt. Okay, now here is my broccoli. So I cooked this in the wok first before I did the popcorn, and I put some of the popcorn seasoning on here as well as the nutritional yeast. I am becoming addicted to nutritional yeast. It tastes really great. Not just because of the cheesiness of it, it has a really good savory taste to it that I love, that I am going to definitely use a lot more no matter what happens after this month. And it's not like I only just started using it this month, but the taste of it has just really exploded. It's like I can appreciate it a lot more now. And just right here is my adapted form of golden milk. So it's pretty much more brown than golden right now. Well, that's because of all the allspice added to it. When I ran out of ground ginger a while ago, I replaced it with the allspice because it has some similar enough benefits to it and close enough taste for what I was trying to go for, even though they do taste very differently. And I'm using them both here since I have both, and I think this is going to taste good. But yeah, this is more so, like brown milk than anything else, but not exactly chocolatey as you see here. The idea was, hey, I am really low in calcium. Let me check this out today. And boom, I did this, and then it's like, no, popcorn and broccoli too, and just fit within my macros for today. So this is why I'm eating it. And I'm not completely hungry. I'm not starving, but I could eat. So I'm going to eat. So I'm going for some volume eating here. Me all messy from eating popcorn and stuff. Didn't even finish all the seasoning, but hey, that's a lot. Gonna subtract that from the total. Just what y'all would have seen by now. Oops. And I did end up going over my carb limit for today. Net carb limit, but still within the calorie goal, protein goal, and fat goal. So yeah, I got most of the vitamins that I needed yesterday, as well as most of the minerals and the amino acids needed. I mean, I was a little low in protein, but that is going to be a solved issue soon once I master making seitan. Okay, let's get it going. Okay, so these aren't the best numbers, but they aren't dead awful either. Now let's take a quick look into the chronometer here. This is the full day, full Saturday yesterday. I'm going to go through the daily report just briefly. I'm going to start including my blood pressure on these again. I've been taking it. It's not bad. It's not a perfect 120/80, but yeah, it's not bad. My sodium's definitely high, but I expect it to be higher at the level that it's at. So I'm fixing to think that the salt fits and some of the sources within it are not just bull and there may be something to it. But I do work to minimize it. I don't add too much salt to everything, but it's still, as you see, kind of high here. Not kind of high, very high. So carbs, if I was not doing net carbs, would just be equivalent to what you get on the standard American diet. But yeah, they're high either way. I love my bread too much. I mean, I could say goodbye to my bread, but I'm not going to. Until it hinders my results, my actual results long term, I'm going to keep eating bread. and other carbs. Just because one, I love them. Two, I don't have to go without them. And three, it's more so about how you balance things out. So if I'm getting bad results here, it's because I'm not balancing things out. And my weight loss journey is about me figuring out how can I eat naturally? How can I eat in a way where I can enjoy eating without it becoming a relationship with food that is just dead awful, just completely out of whack. So that's what I've been working on here over the past few years. That's it. Sorry, this video ran way longer than I intended. I really wanted these videos to be between 3 to 5 minutes. It won't be as long in the future. I will speed them up. But thank you all for your patience. God bless. Take care. Have a great day.